some degenerosity. This is the worst piece of fiction. Let's get it.
I thought I was done with this series. I thought as soon as I made my vid on it some time ago, I would be moving forward with my life. Get my degree, start a broken family, you know, move towards a positive direction. Then come to modern day, I've achieved neither of those goals. World War III is about to start, and the worst story I've ever read somehow became even worse. A while back, I made a video on the Rent-A-Girlfriend manga, saying my piece on why I think it's the biggest piece of doo-doo I've ever had the misfortune of witnessing. And if you're blessed enough to not experience this series or watch my video on it, let me give you a quick synopsis. Rent-A-Girlfriend is about a man named Kazuya who rents a girlfriend, her name is Chizuru, after his ex broke up with him. Then he starts going around telling people that it's his real girlfriend. Then shenanigans go down. He also got this other Rent-A-Girlfriend that's obsessed with him, and they're dating cause she's blackmailing him, threatening to expose his fake relationship with Chizuru to all of his friends and family. That's basically the story. He also in love with Chizuru the entire time, so it's like a journey of a will they, won't they get together at the end. It's a fairly simple story that the author somehow stretched out into damn 400 chapters.
God damn!
Last time I talked about this manga, I was complaining on how there was no progress in the story and character development was non-existent, especially with the main character. This dude is a certified goof. Imagine a man that Cash App's IG models his paycheck just to get a heart on his DM and left on scene. And he still does it again when the next direct deposit hit. That's the type of lame we're dealing with. I'm not trying to repeat all the same complaints I did on my last video, but
bro, listen, I'm gonna be honest. Just straight giving her money for her to just look in your direction and then look away, that shit is crazy.
Since the 200 chapters I read then, the chapters have almost doubled, and the same thing is still going on.
A 2-pack of ass.
Almost nothing happened since then, except the two major recent events. Events that the story has been leading up to since the start. Those are the events I wanted to talk about today. So here's the update. On chapter 316, Kazuya officially asked Chizuru out on a real date that he don't gotta rent her for. And she says yes. This is some groundbreaking progress. We 300 plus chapters into a romance.
It took 300 plus chapters for her to just say yes to a fucking date when he's been paying her for how long?
We got our first date. And for the next 70 plus chapters, it's all about this first date. That's over a year in real time spent on this one event. About a 30 chapter arc.
Wait. I have to listen again. I zoned out. And
for the next 70 plus chapters, it's all about this first date. That's
70 chapters on one date? Oh, they milking that motherfucker. They milking that shit.
Over a year in real time spent on this one event. About a 30 chapter arc of Kazuya planning out and getting him prepared for the date, then another 30 chapters of the date itself. Now, I didn't read all these chapters. My brain can only mentally handle so many lobotomies. I only read the chapters of the actual date, which is 29 chapters so far of me recording. I read these chapters and was instantly reminded why I hate this trash. Why is Kazuya still dating Ruka? There is no reason for them still being a thing. The only reason why he was forced into the relationship, cause she was threatening to expose him. But now in the story, everybody already knows about their rental situation and nobody really cared. So why is he still dealing with this? He don't even like.
Yeah, okay, that's very valid. That's very valid. Why would you still deal with this willingly? Okay.
Good like that. She just in the way of everything. Anyways, during the chapters of the date, they're exactly how I expected them to look. Kazuya in his inner thoughts, gawking over how good Chizuru looks for multiple pages, him acting mad awkward in conversation. Bro, we're still doing this 380 chapters in. Who is finding this entertaining? Who are the day one fans that are still eating this up? Your brain gotta be fried by now. Cause I felt miserable to come back and read the same trash that I dropped 3 years ago for the same problems it has to this day. Some things never change. And it's unbelievable that the author has somehow stretched this date into 30 chapters and it's still technically ongoing. How do you do it? This not even the—
Bro, that's one of those niggas that when you get them, you be like, hey, you gotta write this essay. Them niggas just get to type in anything. They can just feel the bullshit flowing from their mind down to their arm and just writing straight nonsense. It don't matter, don't make sense, but it's filler. He's hitting the threshold number. You know how you need a 1,000-word essay? He's giving you 1,500 of straight bullshit.
Worst part yet, because I haven't gotten to the main thing that had everyone talking online about it. It's how I even found out this manga is still going on. In the latest chapter, Chizuru and the goon go have a talk at the end of the bridge. And there she tells him that she might like him too. Bro, this could be an endgame moment for the entire series. Okay. Only for her to say, not right now. No, hell no! Which is other words for no. Bro, I use that excuse all the time. Maybe later. Nigga, that mean never. Bro, this is like if Luffy found the One Piece and the One Piece turned out to be the friends we made along the way. This bullshit! And I'm not mad because she said no. That man is a gooner and likes to sit in Adam 22 chairs at the motels. It's not like anyone owes anybody a relationship either. Like what Kazuya feels towards Chizuru at this point doesn't even feel like love, it feels like an obsession. Like this dude has been fiending over her since the start of the story, willing to do anything for her and to stay by her side, even when it's at his own detriment and he's at risk of ruining all the relationships he has around him. And you might be saying, oh, he's just doing this because he's a nice guy, he's a good guy. We all know what he wants. So no.
First of all, there's no, at that point, like, stop with the night. Y'all, bro, that nice guy, he's a nice guy, that's enabling it. You're enabling the fuck out of that shit right there. Those are the type of niggas that can't take rejection. Those are the niggas that get mad at girls for dating niggas that aren't simps. They'll be like, oh, why does she want the mask? Bro, because you're sitting here looking like a lost fucking puppy dog for years behind her. You think she's gonna want to entertain that? That's like, bro, that's like having a fucking brand new puppy that doesn't know what they want. They just want attention and crying behind you all day. And then you think somebody wants this all the time? Like, Shamik Moore type shit. That's nasty that he's on the screen. But it's just like, meow, 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 meow. You look sad as hell. And the only thing that'll get you to stop is me dating you? This is a hostage situation at this point. The only way you'll better yourself and actually leave me alone so you can be a better version of you is if I date you. This is hostage. You're holding me hostage.
No, I'm not mad that Chizuru said no. The reason I'm mad is because this whole series is one big waste of time. Almost 400 chapters of being down bad and lollygagging. And then there's gonna be 300 more chapters of the same thing until another confession happens. And maybe they'll get together on that one. Probably not. And you know what's worse? It's been reported that this dude has spent
I estimated $250,000. Oh, fuck no.
A whopping equivalent of $250,000 US on her. Now, I don't know how true this is, but doing my own research, I'ma start believing shit. And if this is true, bro, end it all. Okay, some dude on Reddit did the math and Kazuya had only spent a few bands of his own money on her, but that's still a lot. He could have brought this 2,000.
Okay. Thank God it wasn't that. Crowdfunded with crowdfunding impaired. Okay,
a few bands of his own.
Converting US to at this time, 16,000 altogether. This is without crowdfunding. So, but he spent over 13,000 of other niggas' money on her. This is still 16 bands. Like, yeah, this is of his own money, but 16 bands you still spent. That could have been money you had in your pocket.
Money on her, but that's still a lot. He could have brought this 2004 Ford Mustang I found on Facebook Marketplace for that amount of money he spent on her, only to get no buns. And those are the chapters so far. Bro, I don't know what it is with this author stretching out this story into infinity. Maybe he loves the characters and stories so much that he doesn't want to let them go. I don't know. He can make other series with other characters he can grow to love. And he's already done this. He made a new series while working on Rent-A-Girlfriend not too long ago. It's titled The Shinji Family Children, a completely new romance manga by him. Let me read you a summary of it so you know what it's about. The story follows Arata Shinji, the eldest son of the Shinji family, who lives with his 5 sisters and a younger brother. Arata has always been tossed around by the whims of his sisters, and yet that does not stop him from viewing them as his precious family members. The hell does that mean? However, everything is changed when their father reveals that the siblings are not related by blood. And Arata now needs to deal with this newfound situation. Bro,
No.
are you good? You know, when I first started reading this, I was actually a little bit excited.
No, that's not gonna go where we think it is, right? What's good, Big Mike? That's not gonna go where we think it's gonna go, right? I'm sorry, but if you grow up with somebody as your sibling for years, and all of a sudden you find out that they're not your sibling, and then you think it's free game at that point. I'm not saying that's where this is going, but it looked like it. But do you think it's free game at that point because they're literally not blood related? You were waiting on your time. I'm not gonna lie. If they weren't your siblings, you was going to do that shit. You looked at them crazy, but said no because they're my siblings. That's literally it. You wanted that. You know what I mean? Like, if it took them only to say, yeah, y'all not related by blood, for you to be like, yeah, this is free pickings, you're disgusting.
And hopeful that the confession would mean something. Because at this point, this is just abysmal. There are rumors that are saying it's ended. It has not ended yet. The author has made no announcements of when the series will end. So as far as we know, this could just be the first half.
Oh,
There's
hell
also
no.
more rumors saying that he's not ending the series because he's in love with Chizuru. And even though I don't really understand the things he says on Twitter, I really hope
Wait, what the fuck?
with Chizuru. And even though I don't
Thank you for your likes. This child is my girlfriend. It's called Chizuru. On holidays, we often have tea and dates together. I'm going to play. It's always very beautiful. The banana was half squeezed and eaten by 2 people. What the fuck?
don't really understand the things he says on Twitter. I really hope this is not the case. Bro has a wife and kids. I'm actually at a loss for words right now. What more can I say on this that hasn't already been said? I'm not gonna lie, this has been a pretty bad week for me. The Pacers lost. It's 1,000,000 degrees outside. My car got towed, and I had to read 30 more chapters of this bullshit just for this video. I wanna die! I'm never reading it again. Not even if another confession happens, bro. Just no more. Just no more. I'm never letting my morbid curiosity take the best of me. Anyways, that's kind of all I wanted to say. And in conclusion, I'd rather be reading One Piece.
Oh my god.
Ain't always in my ass.
Alright, for sure. For sure. Yep. There it is, right there. Hey, shout out to Degenerosity. All this taught me was don't read Rent a Girlfriend. Simple.